Alrighty, so I've completely sewn the whole entire front of this top, from the front edge of it all the way around to the bottom. So when you get to the bottom, how I like to decide to bring it around, I don't clip it. I don't want to clip that, because then you have like, you got a miter and all of that. Let us take the same piece and just, okay, you have to just take a look at what I'm doing and just understand that I'm taking it, I'm opening the bias tape up and I am pressing it onto that, following the fold line that's there, and I'm creating a like I guess mitered corner. See that thing there? But I'm not gonna clip anything. I'm gonna leave everything there, because that way I don't have no raw edges from the bias tape. But that's all I did, so I'm gonna show you one more time. Here's the tape, there's it closed. I'm at another piece. I don't want to cut it, so you just open it up like so, and you press it, that fold line that's in the tape, and you meet it back on the edge of the next side, and you're just gonna fix it so, like that. And what you're gonna sew is you're gonna stitch on this diagonal that's been created here, this mitered edge, and you should stitch it so that both sides get caught in it at the same time. And that's what I'm getting ready to do. Yeah, so yepper dapper. And I'm going to lay it down, stitch this on that angle, and of course it doesn't want to do right. Why would it? Say, I don't know. Why would I want to do right, baby girl? I don't know. Why would I want to do right for you? Okay, so yeah, it's like not. Okay, yeah. So you would have stitched that. If your presser foot, your foot, and everything in there is doing what it's supposed to do, the way it's supposed to do, it'll do it right. Mine is, acting a little funny. It needs to be serviced, but ain't nobody servicing no machine at 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's not 2. It's only like 1:30 or something. I don't know. It's only 12:30 in the morning. Whatever. It's the time that it is. And okay, so what I'm doing is fixing it like that, and I'm gonna come back to that mitered edge later once I get everything else in place, and I'm back to stitching the same edge again. And let me put my foot back over to the left a bit. And if your foot doesn't move, you just have to eyeball it and make sure that you are sewing on the edge of the bias tape. And that is what you do. And because this machine don't act right, I'm slightly holding it up and moving it. Help it along a little bit is what I'm trying to do. So then you begin stitching. You just have to keep making sure that your stuff is right where it's supposed to be. And yepper dapper, there you go, Z. There you go. And stitcheroo. Stitcha, 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 stitcha. You better stitch, baby, stitch, baby, stitch. So I like to make up random songs at any given time and moment. And I did have a song about wind it and pop it, but that song is not talking about you physically doing that. It was actually talking about the machine. I'll show you on the industrial machine I had that work one day what I mean by wind it and pop it. Now I just made a mistake. Let me show y'all. I slightly went over from where I needed to be. See that stitch, how it has completely, let me focus. See how that stitch, it was straight and then it came and curved out. Now, don't be lazy and don't go back and fix it. All you got to do, you could do one of two things. You can continue to stitch. You can, pick your foot up or whatever, cut it out, cut the threads, and, go back where you were at and keep it moving, and then come back to it once you're finished, which is what I'm going to do. But I already got it. Oh man, shoot, too many steps, too many technical things, but they are very important, because it's designing fashion when you sewing. It's all in the details. That's where I'm at right now. Once you cut everything out, it's all in the details. Details. So be prepared. Be prepared. That is from The Lion King. Yeah, I'm sleeping. Alright, yeah. Be careful when you do that, so that you don't accidentally cut through the material itself, and then you be like, oh man, I cut through all the way. You don't want to do that. But I'm fairly decent and good. And be careful, my machine is still on, so if I put my foot on the press foot, I could be like, oh, my finger. I've never actually done that. Ever. Never, ever. I'm pretty sure it would not be a good experience. So now I'm back to sewing it. And you just have to take your time and eyeball it. Make sure you're doing everything together right, the way you're supposed to be doing it. And yep. That's pretty much how that goes. And yeah. So because you never know who's a seamstress out there and who sews, you know, there's a thing that people do when they sew, and that is they will dissect your stuff in a heartbeat to see how well you sewed something. That's just what people be doing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, have I done it? Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, I look at people's stuff, you know, but I don't really be ready to flip your stuff inside out. Like, I mean, you know, if I was teaching somebody and they wanted me to actually help them, I probably would. I keep slipping over too far on this thing and it looks so tacky. Cat's slipping. I'm getting dirty. I'm sleeping. And it's slightly hot, but it's not as hot as it has been. Like, I'm trying to keep this bad boy on the edge, and it's just, it's trying me. Yeah. Good Lord, it's trying me. Okay. So, now, we're at a critical point right now where this is coming to the end, and what are you going to do? You have to decipher what's best, either to stop here or stop at a seam. I'm going to stop at a seam. These are called snips, by the way. So I'm going to snip this other thread I have off, and although you shouldn't use your snips, they're not meant for like cutting through thick stuff. So here, I hope you can see this. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I think you can. Yeah, you can. Okay. This is my seam here. I'm going to cut just beyond where the seam is at, so that I can fold it into the next piece. Actually, I'm not even going to fold it into the next piece. I'm going to angle it. So the next piece that I'm going to add to it will cover it up. I'm going to angle this edge piece off, just the corner. I'm cutting off that little tiny bit. So now it looks like this. You see that? I don't know. It's cut off. Yeah. We'll get into technical stuff some other time, not today. Where's my other piece? I have another one. Where are you, my darling? Come here to me. Okay, yep. So this one, to do this butterfly vest, as I call it, you will need 2 of the bias tacks, because it only is 3 yards. So it takes pretty much 3 yards to do 1/2 of the tops, period, in general. So always buy 2. When I first did this, I only bought 1, and then I was like, oh crap, I need more. What am I going to do? So what you have to do here is you will finish sewing out the piece that you already have on there. So let's get it a little bit closer, and all right, there we go. Now I'm adding this new piece of bias tape on. Now you're going to, like when we started, did I start it with the folded? I didn't. Okay, so now that we're adding it into the top, what you want to do is open your bias tape up, open it up, fold it down, you know, fold it down just enough, or however much you want to. I mean, fold it down. Fold it down, baby. Fold it down. What would? And then you place this on here like so. I don't know. I probably blocked. You couldn't even see that. So I folded it down. I probably had it up above. Okay, you fold it down like so. And now you're going to go and you're going to add it to where that piece stopped. So you just take the folded edge of it and you do it like you did in the beginning. Just the same way. Alrighty, there you go. Ah, my back hurts a little bit. I have to invest in a new chair. My mom told me that, but Lord, I need a new chair at work too. But I just borrowed other people's chair when they're not there. One day I'll show y'all me at work. I think I have one on here. I was making a short sleeve shirt at work one day. I feel sleep coming upon me, and I need the Lord Jesus Christ to wake me up right now, okay? I need the strength of God so that I can do this. I wish I would record it when my good friend came over. My dearest, bestest friend. She came over and she was like giving me tips and pointers, and she was like being a blind eye customer. You know, not even a customer. She was just letting me know like what she saw, you know, completely. I think I talked about that the other day though. I don't know. I think I did. Yeah. So something you also want to do, although I already have, oh wait. I'm about to jack this up. Shoot. Push it back. 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 Okay, so I'm pretty much almost where I need to be for this. Put the pressure foot down. Oh, thank you, baby. I know. Okay, so here's that, and come on now. Why I keep picking you up? Okay, whatever. I should have put this at a diagonal, and I did not. Fruitcakes. Okay, so this one is messed up. Don't do this like this. This is the wrong way. It needs to be at an angle. So actually, I didn't even dust stitch it yet. Okay, let's cut this. Alright, cut it. Okay, so no, don't do what I said. This is what you should do. You need to get this excuse me, angle the right way. So okay, this is what you do. So you have the new one, and what you're going to do when you have your new bias tape that you're going to add on to the one you got, the one, okay, this one ended, we're gonna add another one. You need to add it on an angle. This right here, you need to cut at an angle. So seeing how this is the way, this is the edge of my fabric, I'm going to make a diagonal snip. This is the fold edge of the bias tape. I'm going to go just above that folded area and cut off an angle. Cut off at an angle. Yeah, you want to cut off at an angle. There we go. See how that looks? That's the correct way. This is correct. The thing I did before was not. So sorry if that's like confusing. I apologize. Phone. Come on now. It's upside down. Get it together. Oh, this video is too long. I don't want to make long videos. Not super long videos. We're not trying to do all of what I'm... Oh, Jesus, help me. I'm sleepy. And I can't go to bed. Okay, so now that the edge has been cut at an angle, you'll be able to take your piece that you have, and you're going to see the reason why I didn't cut it off at a complete angle. I think this is like an obtuse angle or something like that. I remember I had Mr. Sharp for geometry. But yeah, so you're going to fold that in. It's a little tiny to see, but you're going to fold this angled edge into the inside of the fold. And what that looks like is here. And I'm folding that inward towards the fold that's already there. And then I'm going to fold the other side inwards towards the fold that's already there. And then you just like, boom. You could press this to make it more, you know, clean. But that's the idea that you're going for. It helps to have a couple, you know, long nails along the way when you're sewing. If you ain't got none when you start, trust me, by the time you get halfway through your sewing agendas, you will start growing yourself a couple little nails. Because see, now I done pressed that junk with a quick little nail press, whatever. But yeah, so I hope that was on the video because I wasn't really watching. Alrighty. Oh, so yeah, now you have this like blunt edge. So that blunt edge, we want to fold that blunt edge into like that. So everything just gets folded in. Fold everything in. Fold it 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 in. Now where I'm going to go is I'm going to see how this is slightly angled out because I don't want those tips to peek out of there. You're going to go above where you cut that angle off at. Go right above there so that none of this interesting stuff shows. And foot stay up. This is how we got this. Yep. And now I'm going to sew. So, did you just move? I think my mom was texting me. Okay. Ah, this thing came out. Man. I don't know. I am sleepy. So, yeah. I'm trying to make this flow while sleeping. Okay, there we go. See, bossy badosi, banana fana for fosi, fifa mimosi, give me a mimosa, baby. Ooh, sigh, you are so sleepy. Okay, now, this ain't quite how I want it to be, but at this moment in time, it's gonna work because I said so. And what I'm going to do, get over. Always be careful with the needle, guys, in your fingers because you do not want to hurt yourself doing something to create, period. You have to be very cautious. So I'm going to sew this up now. Stitches, 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 stitches. Going super slow, but it's whatever. Ah, you didn't get the other side. You're such a brat. Oh, you a brat. You a brat. You a real brat. Just want to let you know that right now. You are such a brat to me right now. But you know what? You sew wonderfully, and you're gonna do great, and we're gonna be successful. And I'm going to get you service. How about that? And when I get you service, you'll probably sew right the way I want you to. But I'm not gonna say that right now. I'm not gonna talk about that. Not gonna talk about that. Okay. This is dang near 20 minutes of boredom. I don't know. If you're bored, I'm sorry. I've never done this before. This is new. I've never recorded myself sewing. This is the first time kind of thing. I've talked to people about, you know, how to sew something, but on the phone. But I've never, like, showed myself in the middle of the process of sewing something and trying to talk to people who are out there that I have no idea who you are or where you are. It's unusual, but it's okay. And now I'm back to sewing. Finally, it took me a long minute to get there. Gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this. This is the back side of it, and I think what I'm going to end up doing is, if you don't want to purchase from the website that I will at some point in time create, if you don't want to purchase the butterfly top from the website, but you want to still make it, I guess I will show you, I guess you can buy the pattern, because it is one size fits most pretty much. I mean, It just depends on how you choose to close up. If you line it with itself, the same fabric with the piece of that pattern, because it is, I mean, when I say it's huge, it's huge. Or you can just, you know, if you fold the pattern, keep the pattern piece on the fold, then you'll have it lined, unless you want the big whoopity whoops. I don't even know what whoopity whoops is. That's how you know you're sleeping. But what am I trying to say? Oh yeah, I'm going to sell the pattern after this. I'm gonna create it. Well, I have the pattern, you know, made. It's just if you want to buy it. I don't think I'm gonna show you how to make the pattern yourself, because I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to be able to sell this particular one. But I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll figure it out. But right now I'm trying to finish sewing these bad boys, because time is getting away. But I would say that I was able to sew quite a few of them while at work today, which was a blessing from God. And this is like, that's how I'm just like, I may have not known exactly why I started. Well, I do know why I looked at the job I have now. I looked at the job I have now because, and I messed up and I missed a spot. So since I missed a spot, I'm just going to, you know, cut the threads however you have to cut them. If it cuts automatically or you have to cut them yourself. Then I'm going to restart it back up and go back over the line that I already had there. That's all we going to do. And we going to keep it running. We going to keep it moving, baby. Yes, but the job I have now, I'm a seamstress or a tailorer. Just depends. I don't really consider myself a tailor because I don't do suits. Nah, boo-boo. I will eventually do that. You know, take a tailoring course. But I'm not a tailor. I'm more of a. I have the skill set of a seamstress, but I am a designer. I'm a designer, baby. This is why it's called Noisi's Creations. Excuse moi. That was, yeah, I'm slipping. But yeah, so I have a job where I'm able to go and I can, you know, every now and then you can sew a couple stuff. So I'm about to show y'all how I'm gonna close this up. We are about to be at the other end where we started, where we met at. This is the end. I hope you can see that. But it's a little close. I should have stopped it sooner. But yeah, this is the raw edge. This is where we started in the beginning. And how am I going to finish it? I'm going to close it off pretty. So, although I'm not supposed to use the snips for this, I'm going to use it for the snips for this for right now. No, I'm not, because it's not cutting. I'm using this one. Okay, so there's that. And we're going to fold this edge. I hope you can see this. My hand is in the way. Folding the edge like so. And bringing it back in there. But you got to match. That has to match up. That's too low. So you need to go up a little further. Always take the time to match your stuff up. Don't be, you know, lazy about matching your stuff up. Because you want to be proud of your work that you've created, that you've done, that you've decorated. You want to be proud of what you've done, regardless of what anybody else's opinion is about what you've created. You want to be proud of your stuff. So I'm just trying to get it matched up perfectly. Okie dokie. So it's almost there. Almost. I think that's it. Ain't that it? Oh man. Okay, so finish sewing that. Uh-oh. It's a little thicky-wicky. This machine definitely needs to be serviced. I know it does, because I done sewed some sequin stuff on here, and I missed the spot again. Okay. We are, bam. So my website is not up and running as of this present moment, but trust me when I say that it will be running. It will be running. By the time I get to NOLA, oh, I will have a website. Trust me, I will have one. I will have a website. Now, I need to go to someone specifically to get a website, but I know that it's the hour is near. And if I try to call this particular person and tell them I need a website tomorrow, they gonna be irritated with me. They're like, nah, you know that I've been telling you to have this website, and I've been trying to work with you for a long time, like years, okay? But yeah, so you gotta make sure you everything is like good to go, and yeah. So let's just cut that. That's good enough. It's good. Snip all your little tiny threads. It's very important. It's tedious, small little details, but trust me, all the little things you pay attention to are what's going to count. It's what's going to matter at the end of